What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time here. The day before yesterday, I had to go get a tooth extracted. It had broken off about 6 or 7 months ago, and actually broke off again a couple of months ago. Another piece of that did, and then it got infected. It was causing me a lot of issues, a lot of pain up through my jaw, through here under my eyeball, and actually into my eye socket. So I decided to get that taken care of yesterday because I know that those things don't get better on their own, and they keep getting worse and worse as time goes on. And, you know, I absolutely hate, or should I say terrified, of going to get teeth extracted. It's one of the most frightful things that I can think of, and one of the things I would rather do anything other than to do that. You know, I'd rather go into a biker bar and start a huge fight than to go to the dentist and get a tooth pulled out. That's just the kind of guy I am. But anyway, I made an appointment and I talked to the dentist beforehand, and he prescribed me something for my anxiety. He prescribed me a Valium before I went in there, and that helped out a lot. So I take that and I go in to get this tooth taken care of, and he puts in about 6 or 7 or 8 shots around that tooth, and then it has to come out in pieces. So he has to drill and then take that tooth out in pieces because where it had broken off. But he takes about 25 minutes or so, I would say, and he gets it out of there. Yesterday, I was in a lot of pain and couldn't hardly talk. Yesterday, couldn't hardly eat. But today, this morning actually, when I woke up, it seemed like it's a whole lot better. I'm still having some pain in there, but it's not nearly what it was yesterday. So I think I'm on the mend, and every day, I'm sure we'll get better and better. I have to go back and get filled, and I have to get a cleaning, and he said that I should be good to go then for another 6 months. So guys, if you have any dental issues, any medical issues that you need to take care of now, get that done while you still can. Even though you might dread that and fear that and hate to do that, you're better off to do that now while you still can, while you can still get, you know, competent medical care. I mean, who knows what the future holds? The future right now is very uncertain. So get that stuff taken care of now before it gets worse. Don't be like me and put it off for 6 months because you're terrified. If you have to, take a Valium or a Xanax or whatever, get that prescribed to you, go in and talk to the doctor or the dentist and let them know about your anxiety and your fear of getting things done like that. Maybe they will prescribe you something to take then. However, you know, you don't want to get addicted to those things. You don't want to take those things all the time. But those things definitely have their place in situations like that. But anyways, guys, let's get on with today's video topic. You know, it seems like that over the last couple of years, we've seen so many things that have directly targeted the food supply. And it seems like that with so many things targeting the food supply, that it might be on purpose, that it could be a plan. I know a lot of people will think, oh, conspiracy theory, you're a conspiracy theorist. But if you look at everything over the last couple of years, and so many things has directly targeted the food supply distribution. Take, for example, the last couple of years we've had the COVID lockdowns, and they would shut down production, they would shut down distribution, they would shut down farms, they would shut down everything to prevent someone from getting a virus. And we didn't see the effects of that right then. However, you see the effects of that later. And that's why we had empty shelves and things like that. We've also had natural disasters. We've had droughts out west that have affected the food supply. We've had hurricanes that have hit distribution centers. We've had in other countries distribution centers that have been blown up, for example. We've had several different fires hit distribution centers. And we also have, you know, a thing going on right now between Russia and Ukraine. And that's going to shut down importation and production of a lot of the grains we use, like wheat and other grains, other metals. Lots of different things come from that area. That's going to affect the food supply. A lot of nations right now are halting all exports of food. They're keeping that for themselves because they know famine is coming, in my opinion. I saw this morning that a Walmart distribution center, I think it was a 1,000,000 square foot distribution center, I think it was, had caught on fire. In Indianapolis, I think it was, guys. So guys, it seems like that one thing after another is directly targeting the food supply and distribution. Another thing, for example, Russia exports a lot of fertilizer, and those exports have been cut off. And you know, modern farming methods, if you don't have synthetic fertilizers, you won't get that huge crop they usually get because the ground is poor. And you use that fertilizer to force that crop to grow. So without those fertilizers, it's going to be famine. And guys, also we have rising gas prices, rising diesel prices. That's going to affect the farmers. It's going to affect production. It's going to affect price. We also have massive currency printing here in the U.S. That's going to cause those food prices to keep rising and rising even more if you can find, you know, that food. We also have right now countries that are working to buy and sell oil in other currencies besides the U.S. dollar. And that's going to cause more inflation because those dollars will come back to the United States, and it's going to cause that value to go down. It's going to cost more to buy food if you can find that, plus everything else. So everything is targeting the food supply, and most people don't see that it's all on purpose, that it's all planned. And I could be wrong. It could be just all random coincidence. It could be by accident. It could be just things happen. However, it's not. It's all planned and on purpose, in my humble opinion. If you agree, you know in the comments below. If you disagree, you know in the comments below. Do you think that it's all planned to destroy the food supply, to cause mass starvation, famine, and death, to bring in the Great Reset? But anyways, guys, seeing what's been happening over the last couple of years, it kind of makes you wonder what's next. I mean, what could possibly be next? And believe me, it's not finished. There's going to be a whole lot more happening. There's going to be, most likely, a major cyber attack that's going to bring down the banking system, possibly the power grid, and communication, because you have to have total disaster, total destruction around the world as an excuse to bring in the Great Reset. That's what we're seeing now with everything that's happening. It's all planned, it's all coordinated around the world to collapse everything and make everything so miserable that we'll have to do something, and people want to do something, anything, to get some resemblance of normalcy. So they will welcome, you know, a one world government, one world digital currency that's controlled by this handful of globalist elites. So guys, there's not much we can do about that, to be honest about it, at this point, unfortunately, as individuals, besides prep, stock up, become self-reliant as you possibly can, and get armed, stockpile ammunition, spare magazines, firearms, fertilizer, vegetable seed, plant fruit trees on your property, get some chickens, get in with your neighbors, do everything you can to be self-reliant where you are, and concentrate your political efforts on your state, and your county, and your local area. If you enjoyed the video, found it useful, get a big thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks guys for watching. I'm going to Creekmore, I'm out of here, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.